Hey guys, my name is Holly Ryan, and I go to Concordia University, and I am in the Computer Science Graduate Diploma program. I wanted to talk about exactly how I got to this point and what my motivation was behind entering a program like this. So basically, I will start from the beginning. When I first entered university, I actually went to a different school before I went to Concordia. I was originally from Ontario, Canada, and so I chose to go to a university closer to my home. So I went to Guelph University and did a Bachelor's of Studio Art. Now, I recognized how much more I wanted to do with my degree and also different ways that I could implement that. And I realized that I really needed to develop those skills in a larger city. So, in my second year of university, after I completed it, I went to Europe to backpack almost all of Europe for 2 months in that summer. And it inspired me to transfer to Concordia University because I realized after visiting Berlin that being in a metropolitan environment and really being at the edge of the excitement and everything that's happening in the arts and technology world, that was big for me, and that really motivated me and inspired my art and really gave me a greater focus. And so I ended up transferring to Concordia University. And of course, I should note that originally when I did apply for undergrad, I did apply to Concordia, but I received later acceptance. So in that time, I wanted to be in residence, and at that point, I couldn't apply for residence because I was late. So I went to Guelph, and also, well, yeah, that was it really. And then upon coming to Concordia, I stayed at Loyola's residence, Hingston Hall, HA, and I had the most phenomenal first year experience at Concordia, even though I was a transfer student going into my third year. I met so many different amazing people that I had only dreamt of. Life came together, honestly, and Concordia gave me a lot of opportunities that I wouldn't have received anywhere else. In my final year of university, I actually applied to be a resident assistant at Grey Nuns, downtown Montreal. It is the largest residence for Concordia. It holds over 600 students. So I applied and I was accepted, and so I lived at that residence for over a year, because that summer I was also working as a tour guide at Concordia, and I learned so many amazing things about the history and about the research that goes on here, and it really, once again, developed me as an artist and also as a very conscientious human towards the international student population. And then, of course, after my final year completed, I took 2 years off, and in those 2 years, I did a lot of different jobs in my field and outside of my field. I had the opportunity to do research, both as an artist, but also in the computer science department of Concordia, where I work with this amazing woman, Dr. Miao Song, who really inspired, my next step in life, really. She's extremely driven. She immigrated to Canada to do a second master's degree. No. Well, she did a second degree, actually, and that was in computer science. and after doing acting, and so she had a very dynamic background, and her research was in virtual reality and also documentary filmmaking. And I helped her. I worked on grants, I wrote the grants, I applied for various different institutions to receive money. I also performed for her. I'm a dancer as well, so I had that opportunity to perform for the the Canada China Film Festival, which she is the founder of. And yeah, so that was amazing. And then I did various other things. I ended up traveling to Greece after that completed, and I worked there for a month. I taught English and art to school, where I taught over 100 students every day, and that motivated me so much to go back to school, because of the, how fortunate I am to have the opportunity to go to school and to really focus into something and give back to humanity. That was my biggest motivation to go back to school, because when I was working in Greece, those students, I came in contact with Syrian refugees. I actually live with Syrian refugees, and to see what they are going through and how there's so many young, bright minds, and how really, the government is trying to help them, but it's really not enough. These students are hungry for education, and they're not receiving that. The schools are bursting with students, and the facilities they don't have the economy to really sustain the facilities so that they can promote learning. And that concerned me because, sure, it's a different part of the world, but this is a part of a world which I live in, and I'm not okay with that. I'm not okay with the fact that students have to go to school, or they don't even have the option to go to school because their country is in war, and they have to leave their country and live in a foreign place where that is the greatest security they're going to get, whether or not that has education tied to it. And that was devastating for me, absolutely devastating. And I really had no idea what to do with my life. I had no idea. But I knew that I really wanted to help, and I really wanted to learn, but I didn't necessarily know what route was good for me. And so when I returned to Canada earlier than I had intended on, I applied for as many programs as I could possibly imagine, because I knew that I needed to be in school and I needed to learn more and gain those skills so that I could really make that change, even if it's in the smallest way. So I applied for various programs, most of which were in the arts, and I was rejected and waitlisted and rejected and rejected. And to be honest with you, my heart wasn't in doing a master's of art. I didn't know what I could do with that. I mean, what I could do with that, someone else, but for me, I felt like I had hit a wall, and I didn't know where to go from there. So I spoke with the amazing professor, Miao Song, and she advised me that I speak with someone that's a professional in this area. So I spoke with an advisor, and they told me, well, it sounds to me like you're on the track to do computer science. And I said, okay. I didn't question it. but I never considered that as an option, ever. And I applied and I got in to the diploma program. And it's a program which is special because it offers those hard, concrete skills that you would learn in an undergraduate degree, but it's in the master's level. There's no internship attached to it. It's a 2-year program. And basically, it's for anyone that already has a degree but that is not in computer science, so that they can gain those skills and then apply it to the job market. So whether or not you go on afterwards to do a full master's in computer science, or whether or not you complete the diploma program and you go on your way, I saw my world opening up, and I had no idea what to expect. But I had to take a prerequisite course to get into it. So I've been doing programming all summer. Includes SQL and Java, both of which threw me for a loop because I haven't done math since high school. And I like math. I really like math. I always did. I enrolled in private math classes after school because I liked math that much, and it made me angry when I didn't understand things. And so, but I never considered that an option. And so I'm in it now, and I'm really, really excited. There are a lot of opportunities that have already presented themselves to me. Oh, I should also mention that I've still been working at Concordia, even though I've not been going to Concordia. I've also been working at the residence during the summertime. I am now the social media manager. Many thanks to my amazing manager, Sarah Kai. She is an awesome, very, very vibrant woman who I always want to give, my best efforts towards getting the job done in the fastest amount of time, and also the best quality work that I can provide. And so I hope that I'm able. It's my second year doing this, so I'm pretty sure I'm doing okay. But yeah, so that came to an end this summer, as it is going into September 2017. So I'm really excited to see how this program goes and update you later. I'm submitting my final assignment for the Java Extended Learning course, and it was huge. I've not gone out at all, and I've been living on coffee. I hope that it goes well.